Who's the master?
Więc kiedy zobaczyłem Van Halena, załamałem się, że rzeczywiście to robi.
But way before that, a guitarist by the name of Steve Hackett with Genesis did a song called, I think it's called Attack of the Giant Hogweed by Genesis.
Potem widziałem Steve'a Hacketta z Genesis.
We all know Eruption. Well, that was, but in 1971, Steve Hackett. Steve was actually may have been the first guy to that I ever heard. I didn't know he was doing hammer-ons, but he's the first guy I ever heard that did it.
Prawdopodobnie pierwszym, który używał hammer-onów, był Steve Hackett właśnie w tym przykładzie.
But Ed was the master, and he came out and just blew everybody's mind. He was awesome.
On był niesamowity.
All right. Another question. Come on, I know something.
What do you think about playing with a gig? What do you think about drummers who play a gig with a click in their ears?
Co myślisz o graniu z naturalną?
Well, I know Dennis Chambers does it.
I know.
So I use him as my standard.
Moim standardem jest Dennis Chambers, on mi używa klika.
But if you're playing along with tracks or some recorded sequence, you gotta play the click. You can't hear it and play. You've got to play the click. It's like being in the studio. You got to.
A jeśli grasz z muzyką, z nagraniem albo z jakimś samplem, musisz grać z klikiem.
But if you're just playing songs, and there's no recorded stuff going along with you, you should be able to, your time should be good enough that you can hang in there and keep the groove going and be right on.
Ale w czasie koncertu, w czasie grania, twój groove powinien być na tyle dobry, że nie potrzebujesz klika, żeby po prostu grać piosenkę.
I've practiced to click or drum loops or drum machine, and I think it's a good idea to do it sometimes, but you should always try to develop your internal clock so you can keep time no matter what.
Rzeczywiście dobrym pomysłem jest czasami granie z automatem albo z klikiem po to, żeby poćwiczyć, ale tak naprawdę waszym zadaniem jest wyćwiczenie tego wewnętrznego czasu, żeby być zawsze równym.
I did a bass camp in Sicily, Italy, recently.
Ostatnio byłem na obozie basowym we Włoszech.
And some great bass players, really good players.
Dobrzy basiści.
But their timing was a little funny, not quite right.
Ale mieli problemy z równością, z czasem.
So I noticed when they played, they didn't move. Stand still.
Zauważyłem, że kiedy grali, po prostu nie ruszali się.
I told each one of them, something's got to be moving. You got to keep in time. Something's got to be moving all the time. So when they tried that, at first they couldn't even play and tap their foot at the same time. It was weird.
Powiedziałem każdemu z nich, musicie się ruszać, ktoś się musi ruszać, żeby trzymać czas, żeby trzymać tempo. Na początku w ogóle nie byli w stanie tak grać.
But I just got an email from one of them and he says everything's different for him now.
Ostatnio dostałem maila od jednego z nich, powiedział, że wszystko się dla niego zmieniło.
He's locking together with the rest of the band and the drums and it's just a whole new world. So my solution to it has always been, somehow I keep time.
Zawsze moim wyjściem, moim rozwiązaniem było ruszać się, stukać, trzymać czas, trzymać tempo.
It becomes difficult in 5/4 or 7/4.
To jest może trudne w 7/4 albo w 5/4.
But it can be done.
Ale da się.
Good question.
Dobre pytanie.
Yes, sir.
How did you get into Steve Bag? What was the story?
Jak dostałeś się do zespołu Steve'a Vai?
I was at the Rainbow Bar and Grill on Sunset Boulevard in Los Angeles. It's a nightclub.
Byłem w takim klubie w Los Angeles.
And David Lee Roth was there.
David Lee Roth po prostu wszedł.
And he came back and we started talking. I thought, hey, you want to play together again? Get the old band together? You gonna smile? I said, okay, sure.
I zapytał, może zagramy na nim, może wrócimy do grania wspólnie.
I said, on one condition, it's got to be the original guys. Dave, Steve, Greg, and me. It's got to be the original guys.
Ale powiedziałem, że moim warunkiem jest, że muszą być wszyscy oryginalni